It's another beautiful day at the shop here. Today we're going to work on probably the dually, get it pulled in here, get the, just work on getting the box and the front clip off, just to start tearing it down. That's pretty much the only goal for today. Nice light one, should be easy to accomplish. So let's get after it and go see if we can get it started. So this is my 2003 Chevy 3500 lb7 dually project. It's been a long project, and it's all gonna get torn back down again because I don't like how it's turning out. So, but it started life as a gas job dually, and the engine in it was a 6-liter. So you were pulling the skid steer with it, and it did okay, but not good enough. So when the engine started ticking a little bit, I opted to get a parts truck that was an lb7. So it's now got the lb7 in it. It only has 180,000 K on the drive line, so it's pretty low kilometered. Runs quite well. Balance rates, there's one injector that's starting to get a little out of hand, so that's something that might have to be dealt with. But and the back, the adapter plate at the back of the engine between the transmission, it's starting to leak between the two. So when I pull it all apart, got to reseal that. But I started the Cadillac swap on it, the interior, so because I really like it. That part turned out quite well for the most part. It's even got the back buckets. I know it's hard to see back there right now because all the junk, but it'll be nice. It's time to redo it and redo our plan of action here, because the wiring is just a nightmare. So what I did is I took the parts truck was an extended cab, so I took the dash out of the extended cab, well, the dash harness out of the extended cab, and tried mating it with a crew cab chassis, or a crew cab. Well, actually, not even just a crew cab, it was the Escalade seat harness and everything. And because the Escalade, the airbag module and all that stuff is all different. It's underneath the seat here. And so all the pins are different, all that stuff. So it'd be a lot of work. Like, I've already got a lot of time into this harness, so it sucks to just scrap it and start different, but I'm better off. The amount of time that has to go into it to make it right now is just not right. And the cab is also pretty rough. So I have found a decent used cab that I'm hoping to pick up. That it's just the outer rockers. The floors are still good. This one I already kind of did a floor patch in it. So not a very good job of it. And this other cab is already a fully loaded cab. So it already has the harness for it that runs all to the back windows and everything, which I adapted it in. So all of the back windows and everything work. It's just this body control module here out of the extended cab is in it right now, because it has to have that for the security for it to start. But so if I put this other module in, all my windows work, all that stuff. It's just the truck won't start because of theft. So that's where we're at with that. It fires up awesome. And this is even on one battery, no glow plugs. So yeah, so it sucks, but like I'd put all this work into it. I want it to turn out right. We're gonna go over the overall plan for this thing real quick. It's so I want the crew cab long box dually. I still want one. I still want to build one. But I think what the overall goal is, so with this frame being pretty soft on the LBZ, like, I've patched it together. It's gonna last a little bit, and I need some time out of it because it's my daily driver. But I think what we're gonna do is build this drivetrain on the dually, the 03 lb7. We'll build that into a crew cab short box, and still do like the Cadillac interior in it and everything, and get that other cab, so that it's a little easier because it's already a fully loaded cab and already a diesel. So it's just a matter of putting my Cadillac seats and dash and all that stuff in it, and away I go. So yeah, and I got there's a clean frame from another guy that I'm getting from him. So that should be nice. And yeah, and then what we'll probably end up doing is pulling the LBZ apart. And this is like, when the LBZ comes apart, that's like a year or so down the road here. And putting the LBZ drivetrain cab front clip on the dually frame, just because the 06 driveline is way better for towing. The 6-speed in it, I like it better. Yeah, so it makes more sense to make that one a crew cab long box dually than an LB7. I'm not saying the LB7s are good, but I prefer the LBZ driveline for pulling. So that's the way we're gonna go. So it doubles up our work, but it is what it is. I'm not afraid of work, so pull these things apart all the time. No big deal, especially this one just got put together this summer, so it none of the bolts are rusty or seized or anything. So it'll be should come apart pretty quick and pretty easy. There's not even bolts in the boxes. We stole a cross member on the LBZ for now, so the back spare tire cross member. So there's really shouldn't be too hard at all. So let's get started on it. Up goes the box. We go backwards. That's it, backwards. Gentle. And just like that, the box is off. So there's that nice frame. I'd like to actually get it sandblasted this time. So last time I was in a rush, I wire wheeled the whole thing. I literally had everything apart on this. Like, it was the only thing left on the frame was I didn't have these off. I didn't unbolt those. And these, the rest, everything else, it was bare frame. Anything else you could unbolt was unbolted. And my plan was to get it sandblasted and then painted. That's what I did, so we kind of got in a rush getting it together because we had to move out of the place where I was currently living. So I slapped it together, I wire wheeled the whole frame, and then I 415'd it. And yeah, what I'd like to do now is get it sandblasted and then endured. I think that's a little better way to go. So yeah, it's just, there's a lot of corners I cut to get it together faster. Like, if you look, I painted everything you could see. That black, that's all pour 15. I didn't do the inside of the frame in a lot of spots. I left the underneath of it because I was like, well, I can get that after once it's together. But so it just rushed. So, and that's what I'm saying. I don't like how it's going together. So, because I like, there's some good parts on here. I did the Dorman stainless steel brake lines kit. It's the Dorman fuel line kit. Like, there's all sorts of good stuff in here that we'll make into a nice crew cab short box. And then we'll start fresh with the dually build, because this is just, like I said, not turning out right. So, well, let's now go start getting the front clip off. So the cool thing about using a gas job frame and chassis with the dualies is you still get the 11.5 rear end. but it's 410 gear ratios. So with a diesel, normally you don't want 410s. That's geared too low, unless you're pulling real heavy. But the advantage I've seen in this is running a lift kit, which I put in last summer. It was just a used lift kit, with a diesel engine, is to run bigger tires. Like right now, there's just the little guys on the back. But if you look, so these are, I've got 6 of these tires. I've got 6 Toyo Open Country MTs, 37 12.5 by 20. So I've got them on the front here, as you see. Probably better see the other side, probably a little better lighting. Yeah, so it gives it that nice stance. And I didn't want to do the disc wheels on the front. I'd rather keep the I don't know what you call them, this kind of stock dually looking wheel. I think it looks better, so I had to run a spacer because these are actually off a Dodge 2nd gen, these front ones. I gotta find 4 for the back yet, but being that they're a Fuel Maverick wheel, they're everywhere. Everybody's got them, so they should be pretty easy to come by eventually when it's time. But I think with the 6-inch lift that's in this, run some 37s on the back, and then do a flat deck. I'd like to do like a skirted flat deck, but we'll get there. There's lots of time between now and then, so lots of stuff to do. That's just kind of my vision for this truck. Be awesome to be able to haul trailers, have the flat deck to throw engines on or whatever. Just the typical thing you need. So we're gonna start tearing the front clip apart and hopefully get it apart. Shouldn't be too bad. So. So we got this side fender off, the hood off, and now we got to work on getting the fuse box and all the wires unhooked again. So there's the next task at hand. So we got stripped down. Well, we're getting stripped down for today. So that's it. The box is off. The front clip is off. Because if I tear it any further apart, then I can't move it, just drive it in and out. Which, I mean, isn't a big deal because I've got the skid steer that I can just reef it in and out. But that way, next weekend, hopefully, we'll get tearing the cab off, get the driveline out, and hopefully get it just bared right down. I'd like to just get after it and get it done. Even if it is a while before we get parts to build it back together again. Just that way it's stripped, it's done, and on to the next thing.